Hello, Rowan Mithril here once again. Before we actually get started with the next project, a quick bit of a plug for a good friend of mine. My good friend Shagg lately has been very into Team Fortress 2, and he's currently trying to get an achievement, and it's one that you out there can help with. He currently has a video up on his channel entitled Pow Ha Ha Heavy Taunt Kill Domination, and it currently has around, at the time of filming this, 983 views. The thing is, he needs at least 1,000 views to earn an achievement in the game, and this achievement will also give him a hat that he's after. So, if anyone out there can go over there, watch his vid, I'll have a link to it in the video description down there, so just click that, go check it out. Help increase his view count, and hey, get this dude a hat! So anyway, with that, it's time to start up our next project, Nezumiman! So let's go. So for those not in the know, Nezumiman is a Mega Man fan game of sorts, kind of an indie game, starring a cast of mice. So this time I decided to let Pink choose my starting point, and she picked Ice Nezumi. Letting a cat choose which mouse I went after first. Maybe it's just fridge brilliance. So, like Mega Man, Nezumiman can shoot 3 shots at a time, and can jump. No charge shots, though. He can also slide, and unlike Mega Man, he can duck, which can be rather useful in some situations. Now, I can't seem to find any indication that the enemies actually have names, so I can't really help there. What I can say, though, is that these birds are bloody annoying. They attack quickly, so you need to be wary of them. The penguins can also be rather swift in their sliding move. They'll try and surprise you with it, so be careful. Try and find safe spots to deal with them. Down here, these icicles can be used as platforms, after you shoot them down. You can kind of speed things along by shooting that icicle down as you fall into the room. Otherwise, you have to use those disappearing platforms. Now here you have to kind of block your way if you want that extra life, but it's easy enough to reset the icicles. The tunas can be rather problematic. They're all over the place if you don't know they're coming. And they get faster as they come onto the screen, which in and of itself can be an issue. A slight bit of a puzzle here, but an easy enough one to figure out. Being a mouse, of course, Nezumiman is powered by cheese. Now the seals can be a little problematic if you don't know where to stand. But once you do, they're pretty easy to deal with. We also have these jellyfish scrub brush things that are basically the shield attacker of the game. Now, the ice physics in this game are a little weird. They carry over a little bit into your jumps, and it can make momentum a bit problematic. It can easily throw you into the spikes down here if you're not careful. I've actually done that a few times. Now here's where the ducking comes in handy. If I had been standing there, that would have hit me. And for those wondering, down there is death, so don't bother. Best to avoid that, I'd say. From a previous outtake, best to just take the safe path there. Now these little red things operate like spines from Mega Man. Or Gabule, whatever you want to call them. And the snowmen, they do separate and fire off snowball shots once you defeat them, so be warned of that. And here we have the game's Big Eye wannabe, but it can actually shoot at you, making it a bit more of a threat. Most levels actually have one at the end. And now it's time for Ice Nezumi. His weapon of choice is the icicle lance. He then jumps and slides along the ground. While sliding, he's invincible. For the most part, he's pretty easy to deal with if you don't panic over the ice physics. It's easy to turn too fast and thus get nailed by an icicle lance when he fires that. But overall he's not too bad and seems to have a bit of an allergy to the Nezumi Buster. I think he takes more damage from it than the other bosses. And with that we have the icicle lance, and a lovely pair of shades. So, 1 down, 7 to go. It's kinda nice to be working on a project like this again. Of course it does mean there are outtakes, so enjoy. Can pretty easily get the cheese down here. And can pretty easily fall on the spikes. Good, good! So here we have these strange little jellyfish scrub brush things, which are kind of the shield attackers of the game, and hi there, Momentum. Okay, so there's something to watch for. Now here's where ducking comes in really handy. If you stand up during that, the ball will definitely hit you. Huh. You know? I've never actually bothered and now I'm curious. Science? Science hurts! Alright. Let's try this again. See? I knew I wasn't crazy! That jump is possible! Ha 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 ha! And so, another Perfect Run series begins, and with a fairly simple stage. This one is rather an easy one to get through, though still not without the occasional problem. Though, still, the problems present don't really beef up the difficulty all that much, so Ice Nezumi gets a 1 out of 10. The stage is one of those nice, simple, get-your-feet-wet kinds of stages. Not really much to worry about here aside from the occasional bird or tuna ambush. But other than that, not so bad. If anything, I'd say the main issue is those ice physics, but still, if you're careful, they're a non-issue. Ice Nezumi himself is very pattern-based, and quite easy to deal with. Again, the only real thing going for him is the ice physics. It can be rather easy to overcorrect, trap yourself too close to Ice Nezumi, and eat a close-range ice lance. As long as you're careful, though, his pattern is easy to read, and you should be able to get past him with no trouble, so 1 out of 10. It feels rather nice to get back into this sort of thing, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the game. So, thank you very much for watching, I hope you enjoyed the vid, and I shall see you again next time. Until then, fare thee well.